The battlefield was silent. Smoke drifted across broken ground where fire still burned from the last clash. Human soldiers stood in lines, tired but unbroken, their eyes fixed on the alien army across the valley. Both sides waited, knowing something worse was coming. The alien commander raised his clawed hand. His soldiers stepped back in perfect formation, making space. From the dark steel gates behind them, heavy chains rattled. A low growl echoed, deep and unnatural, like thunder trapped inside a cave. The ground trembled. Something alive was coming. The human commander narrowed his eyes. He had heard whispers about this creature, the so-called apex beast of the alien empire, a weapon that had destroyed entire colonies, tearing through defenses like paper. Some called it the planet breaker, others the galaxy's shadow, but none had lived long enough to give a full story. The gates opened. The beast stepped forward. Its body was taller than the walls, covered in black scales that shined under the dying sun. Its claws dug into the stone, leaving deep scars with every step. Rows of jagged teeth glistened with the blood of past battles. Its eyes burned with sick hunger, not just for flesh, but for fear. Soldiers on both sides felt their hearts race, faster. The alien commander shouted proudly, "Behold the apex beast! No enemy has survived it. No world has stood against it. Today, humanity will be erased." The beast roared, shaking the air. The sound was so violent that dust fell from the cliffs around the valley. Some human soldiers flinched. Others gripped their rifles tighter, fighting the rising panic inside them. But their commander did not move. He stood tall at the front, arms crossed, his face calm. While the alien beast snarled and thrashed its chains, he simply smiled. The aliens laughed at the sight. To them, the human commander looked insane. What soldier smiled when death itself walked into battle? But the human commander raised 2 fingers to his lips and whistled. The sound was sharp and clear, cutting through the noise of war. It echoed across the valley, bouncing off the cliffs. For a moment, even the alien beast tilted its monstrous head confused. The alien commander frowned, not understanding. From far away, deep within the smoke behind human lines, another sound answered. Heavy footsteps. Slow, rhythmic, growing louder. Each step made the ground shake. Dust and broken rocks slid down from the cliffs. The alien soldiers looked around nervously. Even their beast twitched its ears, sensing something it had never felt before, something that made it hesitate. The human commander's smile widened. The alien commander growled, his voice full of arrogance. "What trick is this? Do you think sound will save you? Our beast has ended empires." But then the footsteps grew faster. The sound was heavier, stronger, like mountains moving. The humans did not tremble. Instead, they stood taller, hope sparking in their tired eyes. They knew what was coming. They had seen it before. The alien beast let out another roar, trying to claim the battlefield with its voice. But this time, its roar was answered by something deeper, something far more primal. It was not a roar of hunger. It was a roar of dominance. The air vibrated with the force of it. Rocks cracked, birds scattered from the cliffs. Even the alien soldiers stepped back in fear. The galaxy's deadliest beast suddenly looked less certain. And then, silence. The human commander lowered his hand and whispered under his breath, "Come!" The shadow of something massive appeared in the smoke. The shape was unclear, but its presence was overwhelming. Alien scanners began to fail, their readings turning to static. The alien beast growled low, ears flat, body tense. For the first time, the apex predator looked unsure. The alien soldiers whispered among themselves, fear creeping into their proud voices. "What is that sound? Is it another weapon?" "No, it feels alive," the alien commander barked at them to stay firm. But his own eyes betrayed doubt. His beast was supposed to be the ultimate terror, the nightmare of nightmares. Yet something was coming that even it feared. The human commander finally spoke aloud, his voice calm but sharp as a blade. "You brought your monster." Now watch what humanity brings. The alien beast took a step back, claws dragging on stone. Its growl faltered, replaced with something that sounded almost like fear. The battlefield froze in suspense, every soldier holding their breath. Out there, hidden in the smoke, something ancient and terrifying moved closer with every step. Humanity's answer was coming, and the galaxy was about to learn that humans never stood alone. The echo of the whistle still hung in the air, sharp and strange, like a signal carried across the battlefield. The alien beast, proud and cruel, stopped for the first time. Its golden eyes flicked toward the smoke behind the human line. It had never known hesitation, yet something in that sound disturbed it. The alien commander snarled, raising his claw. "Do not fear, tear them apart," he roared at his beast. The creature stomped forward, claws tearing the broken ground. Every step made the earth shake. Human soldiers braced themselves, gripping rifles, though they knew rifles would not stop a beast like this. Sweat rolled down their faces. Their hearts pounded. Some whispered prayers, but their commander remained calm. His eyes never left the smoke where the heavy footsteps echoed. The corners of his lips curled upward as if he was waiting for an old friend. The alien beast roared again, louder this time, sending shockwaves through the valley. Stones rolled down the cliffs. The sound was a declaration. This is my battlefield. This is my kill. Yet before the roar faded, another sound rose to meet it. It was not a roar of rage. It was deeper, heavier, a sound that spoke of power and dominance. It rolled like thunder across the ground, forcing even the bravest alien soldiers to cover their ears. The alien beast froze. Its tail whipped behind it, its head jerking toward the smoke. For the first time, its steps faltered. It sensed something equal, or worse, something greater. The alien commander barked, "Attack, show no weakness." His voice was fierce, but deep in his eyes a shadow of fear crept in. He too had felt it. The strange, primal weight pressing down on the valley. The human soldiers stood taller now, their breathing steadied. Some even smiled through their exhaustion. They had seen this before. They knew what was coming. Their commander had whistled for it, and it always came. The footsteps drew closer, slow but certain. Each one was like the heartbeat of the battlefield. Boom, boom, boom. The ground cracked, dust rising in clouds. The smoke began to swirl, shapes shifting in the haze. The alien beast snarled and dropped into a crouch, muscles tense, ready to strike. Its breath came fast. Its body trembled. But it was not from rage. It was from instinct, the raw survival instinct buried deep inside all creatures. It feared. The alien soldiers whispered among themselves, "What is coming? It cannot be human. No creature should sound like that." The alien commander snapped at them, but even his voice broke slightly. The human commander finally spoke, his words calm, steady, carrying across the silent field. "You brought your beast," he said, his voice like stone. "But you forgot. Humanity has beasts of its own." The alien commander's eyes narrowed. "Tricks, nothing more. Show it to us then," he spat, though his throat was dry. The smoke shifted. A massive shadow appeared. First glowing eyes, piercing, sharp, filled with intelligence. Then the outline of a huge body, scarred and strong. Each movement sent a wave of fear through the alien lines. The alien beast hissed, stepping back a single pace. Chains rattled around its neck as it dug its claws into the ground, trying to hold its place. But its body betrayed it. Muscles quivered. Ears twitched flat. For the first time in countless battles, the galaxy's apex predator looked like prey. The human commander lifted his hand, almost gently, as though calming an old companion. A deep growl rumbled from within the smoke. Low, controlled, promising, violence. Then, with a slow step, humanity's apex predator revealed itself. It was not a wild monster. It was not mindless rage. It was power wrapped in muscle and scars, a beast that had fought and survived Earth itself. Worlds of fire, storms, and predators. Its massive frame moved with the patience of a hunter. Its teeth gleamed like polished blades. Its eyes locked, straight on the alien beast. The two predators faced each other across the broken ground. Silence stretched. Soldiers on both sides forgot to breathe. The galaxy itself seemed to pause, waiting. The alien beast roared again, forcing strength into its voice. It wanted to remind the world who it was, the undefeated, the nightmare, the apex. But humanity's beast did not roar back. It only bared, its teeth in a slow snarl, a sound so low it shook the chest of every soldier nearby. And then it stepped forward. The ground cracked beneath its weight. Smoke curled around its legs like shadows fleeing from fire. Its presence swallowed the battlefield whole. The human commander's voice carried once more, soft but final. Now, show them. The alien beast flinched. The soldiers gasped. The moment had come. The clash of apex predators was about to begin. The valley had fallen into a silence so sharp it felt unnatural. Thousands of soldiers, alien and human alike, watched with wide eyes as the two predators faced each other. The alien beast, chained moments ago, stood in the open now, claws, tearing lines into the stone. Its golden eyes burned with hunger and rage. Across from it, humanity's beast moved slowly out of the smoke. It was bigger than most aliens had imagined. Covered in scars that told stories of battles long before this war, its muscles shifted under thick hide with each step. Its eyes were not wild, but focused, sharp with intelligence. This was not a mindless monster. It was a predator that understood war. The alien commander forced a grin, trying to hide the fear in his voice. Do you think your creature can match ours? Ours has destroyed empires. But the human commander did not answer. He only stood tall, calm, and gave the smallest nod. Humanity's predator understood the command without words. The alien beast roared first. It was a roar meant to crush spirits, to make prey collapse before the battle even began. Soldiers dropped, to their knees from the sound alone. But humanity's beast didn't even flinch. It stood steady, teeth bared in a low growl, eyes locked onto its enemy. The growl was quieter than the roar, but it was heavier, more dangerous. It was not a sound to frighten, it was a promise. Then, the alien beast lunged, the ground shattered, under its claws as it charged fast as a storm. Dust exploded into the air, its jaws opened wide, rows of teeth ready to crush bone and steel alike. Humanity's predator moved, not fast, not panicked, controlled. At the very last moment, it sidestepped, with deadly precision. The alien beast's bite slammed into the ground, stone cracking like glass. Before it could recover, humanity's beast struck. One massive paw slashed across the alien beast's side. Blood sprayed, dark and steaming. The alien beast roared in fury and spun, swinging its tail like a hammer. The blow sent shockwaves through the valley, knocking human soldiers off their feet. But humanity's predator stood firm. The tail hit, but instead of falling, it leaned into the strike, its claws anchoring deep into the earth. The aliens watching gasped. Nothing had ever stood against their beast like this. The clash had only just begun. The alien beast attacked again, claws slashing, jaws snapping, rage burning. Each strike was meant to kill in one blow. But humanity's predator fought differently. It did not waste energy. It dodged when it had to, countered when it saw an opening. It fought with patience, with skill, like a soldier on the battlefield. The human commander watched silently, eyes never blinking. He knew this fight was not just strength against strength, it was instinct against intelligence. And humanity's beast had both. The alien beast tried to pin its rival, slamming its body forward, forcing it against a cliff wall. Rock shattered under the pressure. Dust rained down like ash. Alien soldiers cheered, thinking victory was near. But then, a sound tore through the chaos. A deep, rumbling snarl. From within the dust, humanity's predator exploded upward. With raw force, it lifted the alien beast off balance and slammed it sideways into the ground. The earth cracked, sending a tremor through the valley. The alien soldiers went silent. Their beast, the undefeated apex, was on the ground. The alien beast thrashed, claws slicing, tail whipping. It rolled, forcing itself back to its feet. Blood dripped from its wounds, but its rage was endless. It roared again, louder than before, and charged once more. This time, humanity's predator did not step aside. It met the charge head-on. The collision shook the valley like an earthquake. Soldiers from both sides staggered back, covering their ears from the deafening impact. Dust and fire flew high into the air. For a moment, neither beast could be seen, only the storm of their fury. Then shapes moved inside the dust. Claws tore, through smoke. Teeth snapped. Flesh ripped. The beasts were locked together, each refusing to yield. But slowly, something changed. The alien beast fought with raw strength, but it was clumsy, reckless. It relied only on rage and terror. Humanity's predator fought with calculation. It waited, timed its strikes, attacked weak points. Every move was controlled. Every counter was deliberate. The alien commander's proud grin faded. He saw it now. His beast was strong, yes, but strength alone was not enough. Humanity's beast was not just an apex predator. It was a warrior. The human commander finally spoke, his voice steady and cold. "Do you see it? Your empire made monsters to kill, but we raised survivors. Survivors stronger than fear, stronger than death." The alien beast screamed, slashing wildly. Humanity's predator caught its claw mid-swing, muscles bulging, veins standing out. Then, with terrifying force, it twisted. Bones cracked loud enough for everyone to hear. The alien beast staggered back, crippled. Its golden eyes widened. For the first time, it realized the truth. It was not the only apex. The soldiers gasped. Silence spread again. The two beasts stood apart, both bloodied, both scarred. But only one looked tired, only one looked afraid. And the human commander gave another calm nod. His predator lowered its head, ready for the finishing strike. The real lesson of the battlefield was only beginning. The valley was alive with chaos. Dust hung in the air like a heavy cloud. Flames licked at broken stone where weapons had already scarred the land. Yet all eyes, human and alien, were fixed on the center. There, two apex predators fought for dominance, and the outcome would decide more than just a battle. It would decide who truly ruled the galaxy. The alien beast limped in a wide circle, its breath ragged, blood dripping from its torn hide. Rage burned inside its golden eyes, but its body carried new weakness. Across from it, humanity's predator crouched low, muscles coiled, its massive chest rising and falling in steady rhythm. It was tired too, scarred and bleeding, but its eyes still shone with sharp intelligence. The human commander stood tall, watching in silence. His soldiers, though battered, straightened their backs, pride burning in their tired faces. They had seen what no one else in the galaxy had dared to believe. Aliens could bleed, their beasts could falter, and humanity was not prey. The alien commander's claws twitched. His soldiers glanced at him with unease. They had never seen their beast hesitate, never seen it take wounds that didn't heal instantly. He shouted across the valley, his voice cracking, "Finish it! Tear the human beast apart!" Obeying its master's rage, the alien beast lunged. The ground cracked under its force, sending a storm of dust into the air. Its jaws opened wide, teeth like blades flashing in the firelight. Humanity's predator did not run. It did not flinch. It moved forward to meet the attack. The two titans slammed together with a force so violent it sent soldiers flying backwards. A wave of sound roared across the valley, shaking cliffs and making weapons rattle in frightened hands. For a moment, the battlefield itself seemed to crack under the weight of the clash. Claw against claw, fang against fang, roar against roar. The alien beast swung wildly, each strike meant to kill, to crush, to end. But its rage blinded it. Humanity's predator fought with brutal precision, dodging when needed, countering with deadly strikes. Every slash it delivered tore deeper, every bite hit harder, until the alien beast's body became a map of fresh wounds. Still, the alien beast fought. Its roar shook the sky, its tail whipped with the strength of storms, knocking entire squads of soldiers off their feet. But for every blow it landed, humanity's predator returned one sharper, smarter, stronger. The human soldiers shouted now, their fear gone, their voices rising with each strike their beast delivered. Yes, again, end it. Their voices filled the valley like thunder, echoing across the cliffs. The alien soldiers grew pale, their pride breaking. Some even stepped back, their courage fading as they realized the truth. This was no ordinary beast. This was something born of Earth's endless struggle, a creature shaped by survival itself. The alien commander roared in fury, his voice almost desperate. No, it cannot lose. It is perfection. But the fight told another story. Humanity's predator ducked low, avoiding a crushing strike. It drove its shoulder into the alien beast's chest, lifting it clear off its feet, and slammed it onto the shattered ground. The impact shook the battlefield so violently that cracks spread like lightning through the earth. The alien beast howled in agony. Humanity's predator pressed down, claws digging deep, pinning it against the stone. The human commander finally stepped forward, his voice carrying across the silence that followed. Your beast fights with rage, he said coldly. But ours fights with purpose. That is why you cannot win. The alien beast tried one final desperate strike, snapping its jaws toward its rival's throat. But humanity's predator moved faster. It caught the alien beast's head in its massive jaws and slammed it into the ground with such force that the cliffs themselves shuddered. Silence fell. The alien beast lay crushed, breathing ragged, strength broken. Its golden eyes flickered, with something no one had ever seen in it before: fear. The alien soldiers stood frozen. Their ultimate weapon, the terror of worlds, was beaten. Their pride shattered. The human soldiers raised their rifles high, voices uniting into a roar that echoed louder than any beast. Their cheer was not just victory, it was defiance. It was a promise that humanity would never bow. The alien commander's mouth opened, but no words came. His beast, his empire's pride, lay pinned beneath humanity's predator. His soldiers looked at him not with respect, but with doubt. The human commander gave one last nod. Humanity's beast pressed its claws deeper, a low snarl vibrating through the valley, a warning that could not be misunderstood. The clash was over. The battlefield belonged to humanity now, and the galaxy would never forget the day their greatest predator fell. The battlefield was silent. Dust floated in the air like slow-falling snow. Both armies stood frozen, watching the impossible sight before them. The alien beast, the pride of an empire, the terror of countless worlds, lay crushed beneath the weight of humanity's predator. Its once golden eyes flickered weakly, no longer filled with rage, but with something it had never known before: fear. Humanity's beast pressed its claws deeper into the alien monster's chest, holding it down with raw, merciless strength. Its low growl rumbled across the valley like thunder. It was not just a sound of victory. It was a warning. The alien soldiers stared in disbelief, their faces pale, their weapons hanging limp in their hands. They had believed their beast invincible. Now it bled into the dirt. Some began to step back. Others whispered in panic. The alien commander stood stiff, his claws trembling at his sides, his pride shattered, his authority broken. He had promised victory, promised the humans would be crushed like insects. But now, even his soldiers looked at him with doubt. Across the field, the human soldiers raised their weapons high and roared in triumph. Their voices filled the valley, echoing against the cliffs louder than drums of war. They had faced the galaxy's worst nightmare and watched it fall. In their cheers was not just pride, but defiance. It was a declaration: humanity was not prey. Humanity was the predator. The human commander stepped forward, calm as ever, his boots crunching against broken stone, He stopped at the edge of the battlefield, his eyes locked on the alien commander. "You thought fear was your weapon," he said, his voice carrying clear and cold. "You built monsters to break us, but you forgot who we are. We were born on a world that tried to kill us every day. We were shaped by storms, by fire, by predators of our own. You thought to scare humanity with a beast?" He gestured with one hand toward his predator, still holding the alien beast pinned. The massive creature lifted its head and snarled, teeth dripping with blood, eyes glowing like fire in the dark. "No," the commander said. "We bring our own." The alien soldiers flinched, their courage collapsing. They had never seen their champion humiliated, never seen their weapon lose. And now they faced the truth. Humanity had beasts too, and theirs were stronger. The alien commander's voice shook. This is not possible. It cannot end like this." But the human commander only shook his head. "This isn't the end, it's the beginning. Tell your masters, tell your empire, tell the whole galaxy. If you come for us again, Hisyu." Paused, letting silence fall heavy over the valley. His predator growled, pressing its weight harder onto the alien beast, making the ground crack beneath it. "You won't face just our soldiers. You'll face the predators we call friends." The alien beast whined, a sound no one had ever heard before, a sound of defeat. Slowly, humanity's predator lifted its claws, standing tall over its rival. It roared into the sky, a sound so powerful that even the stars seemed to listen. The roar carried beyond the battlefield, carried into memory, into legend. The alien beast, broken and humiliated, slunk back toward its masters, dragging its body in shame. The alien soldiers parted, their eyes wide, their hands trembling. Their pride had died with the fight. The human soldiers cheered again, voices rising like thunder. Humanity's predator walked back to its commander, lowering its massive head in respect. The commander placed one hand gently on its scarred hide, and for the first time he smiled not with confidence, but with pride. The alien army began to retreat. Their lines broke, their will shattered. No order could hold them now. They fled, back through the gates, dragging their wounded beast with them, their commander's shouts lost in the chaos. On the cliffs, echoes of the human soldiers' cheers rolled like waves. They had survived the galaxy's greatest weapon. They had not just survived, they had won, and the lesson spread. That day the galaxy learned something it would never forget. Humanity was not prey. Humanity did not cower before beasts. Humanity smiled at monsters and unleashed its own. The human commander looked up at the sky, his hand resting on the predator's neck. His words, spoken softly, carried like a storm through history. "Remember this day. Humanity doesn't run from fear. Humanity is the fear." And as the smoke cleared, the galaxy trembled, not because of the beast they had unleashed, but because of the humans who had tamed it.